Hi everyone, my name is Jung Lu and this is my 15112 final project presentation, and let's go ahead and look at it. So the game I created is called ISO. It's a maze solving game that utilizing isometric illusions to reach to the goal, and this game is inspired by the famous game Monument Valley. So at the beginning of the game, depending on whether the user ever played a similar game before, he may choose the intro, which stands for the introduction. The introduction session will teach the user how to play the game. Like for the first stage, you allow the user to click on the relatively directions to move the ball, and the goal of this game is to move the ball to the green boxes to win the game. Also, the user can travel through illusions. As long as the cubes are visually connected, the ball can move through, but not backwards, not dropping from the edges. The second introduction teaches the user that some of the boxes may look blocked, but actually is accessible. For example, these beams looks like blocking the road, but if we just go through it, you'll see that the ball will pass underneath the beams, and we can just use the illusions to get to the higher level and reach to the goal. But for some cases, if the user really wants to go back, he cannot just click on the relatively directions to go back to the lower level. What the user can do is that instead of clicking on the blink space, he can click on the actual boxes he wants to access, so the ball will travel back to the lower level. For the third part, the introduction teaches the user how to use three movable boxes. So there are three kind of boxes that can be moved. You can simply just drag the box, and the box will move along the X or Y or Z axis. So for this stage, one may simply think that the easiest solution would be move the ball to this elevator boxes and raise it up so that you can reach to the goal. But actually there's another way to win this game, is that you can move the ball to this Y moving boxes and then create the illusions with the other boxes so that you can get to a higher level. And that's all for the introduction. So for the actual game, let's take a look what it looked like. So in the game, you have a countdown for 1 minute. You have to solve the maze within this time limit. If time goes up, you're game over, but if you solve it, you win. And the actual game is relatively complicated compared to the introduction, and it needs the user to actually explore the maze or explore the map and see what kind of boxes he can use. Also, when the time mark passes the 30 seconds, the overall color scheme will change, that indicating that the user doesn't have any more time from like daylight to dark scene. So let's take a look how can we pass this scene. And that's basically the main feature of this game, except the normal play mode. I also create this creating mode, which is the map editor. In this map editor, you can create your own games, own setup. by simply just choose one of each kind of the boxes. Reg stands for regular. It's the white box that cannot move or doesn't have any features. X is the box that can move along the X, and Y is along the Y, and Z of course is along the Z axis. And whenever you click on the wrong spot, you can always just right click. It will undo the move you just take. And let's go ahead and create a small map. So to create an illusion here, I have to not really clicking on the side of the box. So the logic of creating a box is like this. At the starting of the creation, you cannot put box in the middle of the air. By default, it will always be put on the base of the map. So you put one box down, and then you choose which side of the box you want to grow. Like if you click on the top of the box, you will stack the box above it, and if you click on left side of the box, it will grow that way. And of course, if you click on the right of the box, it will grow to the y direction as well. So in order to create illusion right here, I cannot choose this side, so that will create the simple version of like one layer of boxes. Instead, I will choose this one. It will also look like connected, but it creates kind of illusions, which is the key feature of this game. So now we created a map, and now if I want to save this, I can simply click on save. But you will tell me that I don't have a ball yet, and also I don't have a goal. So let's go ahead and put the ball and the goal into the game. And now if I try to save it, it will tell me that I don't have a name for the map yet. So to give a name, simply just type the name you want. Here I'll just type my name. And now we can go ahead and save this one. So we'll jump back to the title menu, and right here I can just load the game by typing the name of the map and then click load. And there we go, we have our own map that we just created, and all these illusions will work. The user only needs to mind that what kind of map he's trying to use and what creativity he can implement into this game. And that's it. That's all for my final project. Hope you guys like it, and thank you.